This is Sydney.
And I'm Sher. Here we are again with another challenge check-in where Sydney is reminding me why I left middle school.
Here.
All right, AI Dawn, get us started.
Welcome to the Remember What's Important Challenge Check-In.
But before we get into this week's challenge check-in, we will share with you a few thoughts that have been on our minds.
Your mind, not my mind. Please leave me out of this.
Our first category is back to work after a stroke.
Sher, for this category, I thought, there's other people out there who may have had a stroke, who actually retired so that they could have time for a stroke like you, and then decided to go back to work. And I thought, maybe you could help. Maybe you have a few tips. If you are in a similar situation where you retired and then you had a stroke and you've been recovering and now you're going back to work, you might know something.
Yeah, I might. So, okay, here's some advice for you. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go to bed early because you can't stay awake anyway. So you might as well just go to bed. The next one is get some light covers for the room that you're working in. The next one is try to exercise a little bit and eat healthier. And then the last one is the most important one, is use it for all it's worth, baby.
Wait, you mean like an excuse?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's brilliant. I'm all about that.
Yeah, we were just talking about that today as I was peacing out, as everyone else still had to stay there. They were like, I want to leave early. And I said, all you have to do is have a stroke. Just have a stroke and then you too can leave work early.
This is interesting. So I did my own research on this topic just in case you forgot what you were talking about because you had a stroke. Are we allowed to make stroke jokes?
I guess so. You have been for a full year, so why not? Even the day of, you did.
We'll talk about that another time. There are some mistakes made. But listen to this on Google. Get regular aerobic activity. Choose healthy foods most of the time. Get enough sleep. Find healthy ways to cope with stress. Don't smoke. But guess what? This is actually for working when you have PMS. And I thought, whoa, they're so similar. So every month, women, we're just having little strokes because we recover the same way. So I just wanted you to know you're not alone.
That's really good advice. Thank you for sharing that.
I just tied that together like a pretty little braided bow. I braided that together to bring all women together, that we're all just trying to cope and we all just need to sleep and choose healthy foods most of the time. Unless you don't want to, then do whatever you want because you're on your cycle and you deserve that cheeseburger with bacon and double cheese.
I agree.
Now it's time for our shout out.
In this category, we are going to shout out to somebody who did something meaningful or special or funny or psychotic this week that we saw. I would like to shout out to my son, Titus, who left the sweetest note for Ben. Titus had to leave for school before Ben was up. So Titus wrote him a note to read when he came to the bottom of the stairs, and it was so sweet. It just said simply, I hope you have the best day ever. I love you, Dad. From Titus. Very sweet.
That is super sweet.
Then to find out that he also left Iana a note that just read, you stink. Shout out to Titus for being incredibly balanced this week.
Now it's time to supercharge your vocab.
Now, Sher, if you don't mind, I would like to do our word before we do the next portion.
Sure.
Because it goes together. The word is going to be very simple. You may have heard it. It is Ohio. When Gen Alpha says Ohio, what does this mean?
Ohio is a state. It's a valley.
That's old school.
It's a river.
This is not real. This is TikTok, Gen Alpha. Ohio means weird or cringe.
So Ohio means I'm weird?
Yeah, it means the ultimate suck. When something or someone or somewhere sucks so much that you can't think of a word strong enough to define the magnitude of how much they suck.
That's Ohio.
It makes sense, right? Everything my daughter says makes sense. I totally know what she's talking about. I definitely did not download a $2 app to research what she's saying.
The next category is skibidi.
Moving on to the next category. Since I just downloaded an app for $2, you needed to know what Ohio means so you could understand this. So Cher is going to read a normal sentence and then I'm going to Gen Alpha it for you.
The sentence is, will everyone please just listen?
Gen Alpha version. Hey bros, let's hit the pause button and give those eardrums a riz sesh.
That was terrible, Sydney.
I'll try on the next one, okay?
Okay. I just need 1 minute to myself, please.
So if you're saying this to your 8-year-old, you need to say, dude, I'm straight up begging for a quick sec of solo vibe time, okay?
That was really good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can you just get along and be nice to each other?
Yo, can y'all stop being Ohio? Omit that positive aura and actually start acting batty towards each other.
I'm about to lose it on you right now.
About to snap and turn full Ohio on y'all right now, bro. Okay, and then one more. I asked the translator why it takes them so long to go to the bathroom. And then I translated it and sent a text to one of my children that said, bro, why you moving at level 10 Giat speed to drop a mog? Love it so much. Okay, you're welcome. Someone out there appreciated it. I know it. I just know it in my heart and soul that you appreciated learning Gen Alpha.
I hope somebody appreciated it.
They better, because I spent $2. And if I don't cancel the subscription, I'll get charged $2 again. Now for our challenge check-in, we challenged you to connect to history, to deepen your roots and understand who you are, understand where you come from, and connect and have a love for history. Did you do it, Sher?
Of course I did this one. I've been reading an American history book. I know that's shocking. And I've been learning about the Pilgrims. That's been really interesting to me. I've learned a few things, which I'm actually going to share in the podcast next week.
I'm very excited for that. I actually shared what we just talked about with my family when we sat down for scripture study. I shared with them that their great-great-great-great-grandfather was the first mayor of Payson. Then Ben searched up Payson, showed him pictures, and we talked about it, and it was awesome. It was really cool. So I made my kids do the challenge. Is that fair?
Oh, for sure.
Okay,
definitely.
Cool. They liked it. They did.
That's really
Ben
fun.
said maybe we should move to Payson since you have political connections, but he did not leave me any land, so we're going to stay here.
Lucky us.
That wraps up our challenge check-in. We hope you have a great week.